Roommates. They fight. They bicker. They squabble. They find any possible little disagreement they have and take it to the absolute furthest extent possible. Whether it be about who needs to unload the dishwasher, which Christopher Nolan Batman movie is the worst, or most importantly, which athletes are the best. Now, the issue with these roommates arguments is that they aren't given the platform of public opinion to have a proper argument. Fortunately enough for me, however, my roommate just so happens to be a member of this very show. Welcome to the first episode of Roommate Wars here on Penn State Sports Night. My name is Nolan, Collery, and joining me today is the man I share a very thin wall with, Michael Landis. Mike and I have gotten in some pretty famous arguments in our tiny little apartment, and today we will present our cases to the world. Mike, thanks for joining me.
Of course.
So I consider myself an expert on failed quarterbacks, guys who just didn't have what it takes. I love me some Mitch Trubisky. I love me some Drew Lock. But there are two guys that we can't seem to get along about. What do you want to talk about today?
Well, unfortunately, the other day, you had probably one of the craziest takes I've ever heard.
Let's not say that.
I thought you would show up in a Ronald McDonald costume so I could tell you that I'm hating this take. Because you told me that Kenny Pickett is better than Zach Wilson, and I just couldn't have it. I'm sorry. The stats don't lie. Wait, no. Screw the stats. We're not going to talk even about the stats. We're going to talk strictly about the guys.
Sure.
One-on-one right now. Number 2 overall pick, right?
Yeah.
21 draft. A lot of interesting guys in that draft.
It's
a lot of
mess.
guys that are, all over the place.
It's a hot mess.
Whatever. Now, where did this guy go? He went to the New York Jets.
Not my fault.
You're right, it's not your fault, but it's one of the messiest franchises in the history of the NFL. It's going to be their 14th straight season without making the playoffs.
Their primetime schedule wouldn't say that, but continue.
So, it's crazy. You look at it this season, Aaron Rodgers 3-8. Oh, that's crazy. Did Zach Wilson start off the season better with the Jets the last 2 years? He did. And it's almost like he had a worse roster with no O-line, but then, Kentrell Pickett over here? He decides to go off.
It's disrespectful, No.
I know it is. I'm just getting started here.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Zach Wilson, the stats aren't good. I said it before. 23 touchdowns to 25 interceptions in his career. Not good. Kenny Pickett, 13 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
What a great ratio.
But here's the difference. Mike Tomlin.
Oh.
You have one of the best coaches in NFL history. You have a great supporting cast. You bring in Zach Wilson in this league, he's got nobody. He has got nobody. He went through 3 different offensive coordinators during his time. I'm saying it. 3. Mike Tomlin has done it time in and time out again. Oh, it's crazy. It's like the Steelers are a 500 team. All of a sudden, they get Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, and they're 8-2 to start the season. I'll let you take it for a little bit, but I can't. I can't do it.
Look, you don't care about stats because you don't know ball.
Oh.
Zach Wilson has 25, 5 squared, 25 career interceptions. That is insane. Let me get something out of the way because it's a well-known fact about me. I hate this man. I hate Kenny Pickett. There aren't many people I hate more than I hate Kenny Pickett, and I love Zach Wilson. I think right now it's safe to say neither of these will be career starters. These are perennial backups. No team is going to give them a chance. They shouldn't.
I beg to differ.
You're wrong.
I'll give you my person. I'll beg to differ, and I'll tell you exactly why.
Go for it.
Sam Darnold.
That's, any quarterback. Either of these would put up Sam Darnold numbers in the offense that Kevin O'Connell runs.
Okay, but talent, undeniable. No, don't even say this because for a fact everybody gave up on Sam Darnold. They said this guy is not good.
And he hasn't played great the last couple
weeks. Because he wasn't a great talent. He's still playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL this season.
Okay, let's talk about these two. Let's refocus.
We will.
No, since you want to get away from it so bad.
I'm trying to tell you.
No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. These are backup quarterbacks. And you know what you need backup quarterbacks to do? Not make mistakes. Zach Wilson is a walking mistake. Zach Wilson is when I close my eyes on Madden and press a button hoping someone's down there. That's all Zach Wilson does. He's a shot chucker. You want to know why Zach Wilson is viewed and he was an elite prospect? Listen, I followed Zach Wilson at BYU. I liked him a lot. His pro day had one throw. That made everyone think he's the future. He's the superstar. Kenny Pickett played in a far more competitive ACC, won a championship. Oh, he's faking the slide.
That's why I wanted you to bring up. I'm so glad you brought that up. It's that play. Is it crazy to say? No, it's not. Kenny Pickett was drafted in the first round because of one play in his career, the fake slide.
In a game. At least it was in a game. A game that mattered. He did that throw in a pro day. The defenders were the ghosts that he thinks are on his team now.
And then he made the throws in live play. The man did it.
What?
The man has run for 50-yard touchdowns. When did that clown ever run for 50-yard touchdowns?
He doesn't have to because he can get there with the arm.
Because he doesn't have the legs or the arm. Two-hand Pickett. You said it yourself. Small hands.
Tiny hands.
He doesn't have it.
Kitten
He
mittens.
doesn't have it. Look at it. I didn't even realize the names. What is this?
Look, here's the thing. And my point about the coaching, he was successful. Mike Tomlin is not an X's and O guy. I love Mike Tomlin. He is a motivator. He was able to get 500 offense out of Matthew Canada. Matthew Canada, the worst coordinator I have ever had the displeasure of laying my eyes on. You have any final thoughts? We have more to talk about here. I'm mad at you.
Nathaniel Hackett is no better, if I had to say so myself. And now, it wasn't his full-time Zach Wilson, but nobody wanted him. Nobody went there. We're going to bicker about this for a long time to come. And I guess we'll just have to see which one takes over as a starting quarterback first in this league.
Neither will. All right, we got to refocus. Mike, you're a bit of a homer. I say it all the time. You never want to hear it. You're a bit of a homer.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So there's a guy on the Nets, both Nets fans, that we love to watch. Cam Thomas, great player, great two-guard. Been great in the first 4 years he's had in the league. But the other day, you uttered a couple words. You said he's better than Cade Cunningham.
I said, and I quote, he will be better than Cade Cunningham.
Why don't you try and stand on that?
No, I will. I will try to stand
ahead.
on it. Look, the point is, you have to look at Cam Thomas as a guy. He was drafted, same class as Cade, right? Cade was first overall.
He was.
Cam Thomas was 27th overall.
Right.
The difference is, Cam Thomas didn't play his first 2 years in the league.
He played his second year a little bit.
A little bit, but
minutes.
very little, because Steve Nash didn't know how to play him. He said, all right, no, that's fine. We got KD, Kyrie, Harden. No, this guy doesn't deserve any time. He's a great pure scorer, but why give him the time? It's not worth it. So you take out his first 2 years of his career. Last year, he's still not the one last year, and you know it because Mikal Bridges was the one. Now you trade him to the Knicks. Now the spotlight has opened for this man. 24.6 points a game this season, just under 46% field goal. He's arrived. 39% from three. He has arrived. And now I know you're going to go into Cade and about how he's a great passer.
He's a great
rebounder.
passer.
Here's the difference. He's had the offense for 4 years now. He has had the ropes because the Pistons are so poverty. And now I know I can't say poverty because the Nets are poverty as well. But I would just like to say that this guy, with time, is going to be one of the best pure scorers in the league. And you just give it a little bit of time to marinate. You'll see.
You know what's funny? How you struggled to say the word offense when it comes to the Detroit Pistons? Because there is none. It's a terrible offense. Please send this bro some help. You know why? He's one of the best young point guards in the league, and I don't know why your skull is so thick that you can't see that. Last year, Cam Thomas's whole thing is that he's a great scorer. He's a pure scorer. That's why he can have over Cade. Cade Cunningham averaged more points than Cam Thomas last year.
But I said he wasn't the one last year. That's the difference.
This year, on a team that's much more talented, he's only averaging a point less. A single point less on very similar efficiency numbers. Granted, maybe a little lower. Very similar efficiency numbers.
Much lower.
Last year, Cam Thomas barely got 4 assists a night. He was getting 7.5. This year, he's getting 8.8, nearly 9 dimes a game. That's insane. That's almost $1. And while he's doing it, here's my favorite Cade Cunningham stat. He's almost getting a block a game. His defense is so much better than Mr. Giggles and Sunshine, who looks lost out there. He has no idea what he's doing. Put a blindfold on when he's playing defense. What?
So crazy. Just like I said before with Zach Wilson, coaches a huge part of the game. No, I'm going to bring it up. Because look, you know how you're saying this? It's because you know that the teams are solid in a place where, it's actually decent to be able to build off of. Can you name, and because I know name the Nets coaches the last 4 seasons while Cam Thomas has been there?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot here for 2.
There's been 4.
There's been a lot.
There's been 4.
They just landed on a coach that they're going to keep in long term, and we don't even know how long that's going to work out.
But he is at least a proven guy in the league. Give him some time. Let him go. Let him fire. Let him cook. It's going to happen. Every time I watch Cam Thomas do his little step back, is it too much to say? I see a flash.
Don't say.
I see a flash of prime James Harden.
Oh, sorry.
I said it.
That's horrible.
Mr. Giggles and
That's
Smiles.
terrible. That's terrible. Is Cam Thomas an all-star in this league? Yes. Is Cam Thomas a future 25-point scorer? Yes.
Is he a future All-NBA?
No.
Yes.
Can Cam Thomas
Yes.
run an offense? No.
Yes. Once Dennis the Menace gets traded, we are fine.
No. Who's we?
Easy.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were on the Brooklyn Nets. Cade Cunningham is going to be a far better player. Now, Mike, we got to move away from sports, and we got to move to a discussion of setting, where we watch sports. This is the most famous argument that goes on in our apartment. Now, I'm not going to name our apartment. Nice try. This is our couch. We have a very nice couch. I love our couch quite a lot. You can notice very clearly two distinct sides, two distinct grooves. We've got right here, and we've got right over there. Now, one of these sides is the most comfortable couch you've ever sat on. You couldn't even believe what's going on while you're in there. And the other side, nails, sandpaper, red hot magma. And it's very obvious which side is which.
I mean, you look at it, you see what the better side is.
Clearly.
The people have spoken. I've heard multiple times. People come
Fake
into
news.
my spot. They
Fake
see
testimonies.
It. I'm going to give you the easy little rundown here. It's NFL Sunday. You're sitting on your couch.
Yeah.
Scott Hansen comes on,
Oh,
right?
love him.
You're laying back. Wait. You're laying back.
Yeah.
But you're cut off here.
No.
Yes, you're cut off here. I have two options. I can go far in the back, all the space in the world. I could even extend a leg that way if I wanted to. Easy money. I can go full down the way. I could lay down all the way. Or I could sit on the edge right there, which I tend to do a lot. Comfort. And not only that, the biggest thing of all, anybody's coming in the door, bam, I got vision right there and at the TV. That's your blind side right there. You have no left tackle to save you. You're done for.
Versatility. That is what that side of the couch provides. You have access to not just one. How about you point to the table that I have access to? Why don't you point to it? How about I point to yours?
You know what's crazy?
the one
You
that's
cut it off.
all the
You
way
cut
down
it off.
That is
You cut
fake.
off my
I
table.
did not
My
doctor
table is right
any
there. You
images.
cut it off.
That is false.
He cut it
I
off.
have two table access. Right here, you have the option to lounge. Look at that. That is a stable background. You can put your back up right there. You've got good lumbar support. Lumbar, look that word up, Mike. You don't have it on that side of the couch. Most importantly, look at this. We've got crack one, crack dose. Two crack action, whereas the blanket's smartly covering it up. I knew you'd do that, you little sneak. That is a one piece right there. You know why you can never sit on there on NFL Sunday? We have friends over. Someone's asleep on that spot because it's just so comfortable.
That's what they would like you to think. It truly
So
is.
you guys not have a lock on your door or something? I was confused by that point.
What?
When did that happen?
We have friends. Sorry, you might not be used to it, Mr. God Mike. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and I'm done with this.
I'm sick of you.
Look, I know that I'm right. I know for certain that I didn't miss once, but you know what? I know that my roommate would say the exact same thing about his takes. So who do you agree with? Let us know down in the comment section below and tell me that I, Nolan Collery, know ball. Thank you for tuning into Roommate Wars with Michael Landis and Nolan Collery here on Penn State Sports Night. We'll catch you next time we argue.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For more content like this and so much more, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X. For everyone here at Penn State Sports Night,
We are
Penn State Sports Night.